Flexed biceps. Flexed biceps, medium dark skin tone. Check out at VO825 on YouTube https://www.youtube.com/@VO825. Be sure to give her a follow.
Well, bear with me, I'm making me a cup of coffee. Frickin' exhausted, man. How you doing? Hope you're good. Getting my shit packed up. Get the hell out of here. Gotta get the hell out of here. Bear with me. With me. I say that all the time, don't I? Bear with me. Now, where the hell I put my lid? I had a lid. The fuck, man. Guess I can just get another one, but I had one. I drink my coffee out of Dixie cups, insulated Dixie cups. I gotta have my lid. Been out here taking pictures of some exercise equipment so I can list it on Craigslist. Got an elliptical, recumbent bike, recumbent exercise bike, an elliptical, and a treadmill to sell. I used to have a really nice gym. I had everything you needed. But we're parting it out. Not the best coffee ever, but it's coffee. Alright, let me sit down, man. I've been going for 2.5 hours. Sit down for a minute. Ugh. What's good with you, V-Woo? Anything? Got a lot of work done yesterday. Still have a lot to do, but I'll try to be out of here by tomorrow, but if not, then Tuesday. Right on. Try to be out of here by tomorrow, but if not, then it's going to be Tuesday. I was supposed to go today, but I'm not ready. I still got a whole office to do. But I did the whole garage. I'm not doing any more cleaning or anything like that around here. I'm just getting my shit. Tell that bitch to clean it. He's your man now. I tell him what to do. Shit. They all fixing to respect me more. It must have been nice to go 30 years without having to clean your own house. But now, and believe me, my daughter likes to wreck shit, bro. Like when she goes in the kitchen, it's fucking wrecked. You've heard me before. She wrecked it last night. I didn't say shit. That's your problem. I'm scared though, I can't lie. I'm scared of the future, but just gotta do it. Cheers, my friend. So you're here with me and that's good? That makes me smile. Most people don't like to be with me. Apparently.
Cheers, popcorn.
But it's gonna be nice not being around a hateful person. I'm not gonna get on a tangent. I'm good to go. I've already just accepted it. But it'd be good to get away from somebody that's always mad and hateful and fucking pissed off constantly and never has a good day. Like, I'm tired of being around that, for real. You play music and shit and she looks at you like you're fucking weird. You know, you're just vibing and like there's a problem with that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm so ready to just be me. Tell me shit. Shut the fuck up. Now I see why you did what you did. I wish I was as smart as you. But I'm not. I should have done been. I should have boned out like 15 years ago, for real. Try to be the hero thinking you're doing something, you know what I mean? I'm not doing shit. I kind of like this red one, but I kind of don't. I'm thinking about getting a camo instead of that tank. I got to looking at it. It didn't really look like... Even the armor looked weak. Look at that shit. It's all blue. I'd say about 3-4 shots, your ass be done for. So what do I want this thing for? That's a weak ass, I just realized this, that's a weak, cheap ass regimental tank for us to grind for. 500 hit points. Like I said, 3 or 4 shots and you're done for. It shoots fast, but so what? Got lots of tanks that shoot fast, but their armor sucks. The final push, my friend. But unhook all my computers, get them boxed up, my monitors, our printers. Mama gonna be like, you said you were only bringing a few things. I'll keep packing that truck till I can't put nothing else in it, and then whatever stays, stays. I don't want to, and I've told her this, and I don't mean it that way. I don't want to go there and, you know what I mean, impose on them. And she's like, you're not imposing, I want you here. But you still feel like you're imposing on somebody if you're in their house and shit, you know. You know, I've been out of the house since I was 17 years old. To sort of go back at 55, like, I'm fucking embarrassed as fuck. I tried all that time to stand on my own, you know. You can't account for certain things. I got this tank yesterday out of one of those war chests. It's a KISS tank. Ace Frehley, the spaceman. You might recognize that chrome trim right there as the bottom of his boots. Ace Frehley. He wore those boots, and then he also had like a V on his chest. I ain't gonna say your government name, but it's a pretty name. I've never heard of anybody name that. Is anyone else in your family named that, like a grandma or a great-grandma, or is it just... Because I think you're probably the only person in the world with that name. Well, my name's Robert, so... One of the oldest names there is, but still. I was like, damn, you couldn't get no more creative than that.
On the floor laughing.
I said, you couldn't get no more creative than that. I named you after your dad. I was like, I know, you couldn't get any more creative than that. I found a picture of me yesterday. When I was about 22 years old, I went to like a pizza place and they had one of those little photo booths where they do wanted posters. I swear to God, if you didn't know better, you would think that was my son sitting there. That's crazy. I looked at it, I said, at first I wasn't sure if it was me or him. And that's the first time that I've ever thought he really looked really similar to me. Everybody else says it, just like that realtor the other day. But he's a lot more handsome than I am. But that was a long time ago, though. So. My ship done got up and shipped, you know. It done, my ship done sailed. I didn't figure so, but you never know. Sometimes people use a family name. Like I've got several. My grandpa's name was Jim. I got a grandpa Jim. I got an uncle Jim. I got a cousin Jim, and whatever his son would be to me, named Jimmy. Like, damn, y'all just name everybody after grandpa. Come on. My grandpa was a big old boy. He'd pick up an engine block by himself and sit it down in a car and shit. No bullshit. He had heart surgery and ripped his stitches out doing just exactly that. Picking up an engine block. When my dad was 17 years old, he had his own automotive shop. They were mechanics. Now, what the fuck am I doing? I watched my dad drop a transmission out of a truck and put a transmission back in that truck by himself in like an hour. Now we've done it as a two-man job, a couple hours. But he did it by himself in an hour, no bullshit. I watched him. I was damn, this motherfucker straight beast. But he probably been doing that shit for 40 years, you know what I mean? And then my Uncle Ray, they would build race cars. When I say build race cars, I'm talking about they'd have a chassis with an engine and shit and then build the car out of sheet metal and shit. And I remember one time they built a 64 Nova and that mofo would, I ain't bullshit you, that mofo would leave an inch of rubber 2 blocks long. I ain't kidding you, it was mean as shit. And ironically, my dad was actually a race car driver back in the 70s, like on a local circuit. And ironically, yesterday when I was going through boxes, he had a 57 Chevy, and he actually won that race. I've got that picture where he's got his flag and his trophy, and I found it just yesterday. It was kind of weird. I forgot all about that picture. So they were always into automotive, and like I told you, when I was like fucking 2 years old, 3 years old, I remember it. Back home, they had a decommissioned airstrip, you know, where they'd fly airplanes. And on Fridays and Saturday nights, man, everybody would meet up there and they would race their cars down the track or down the strip. And I remember my dad taking me there as a little kid and fucking racing down that track. And then we'd also go to Kmart, and there would be ice on the ground. And my dad would take me to Kmart parking lot, and we'd sit there and just do donuts and donuts and donuts and donuts. If my mom would have known some of the shit he did with me in a car, we'd just be... I remember I showed you my black El Camino on GTA with the purple flames. He had a black one like that. That car right there, that's what it is. It's homage to him. He had a black 69 El Camino with fire flames and a red velvet dash, and I mean that thing was wicked mean. They knew what they were doing when it came to engines and cars. That's what they did. My mom would have ripped his head off and handed it to him if she'd have known he was out there doing donuts with me in a car. And shit, one time they pulled us through the city on a sled. And we were doing, I ain't bullshit, we do like 40, 50 mile an hour. We were on a sled behind the car and they're slinging us around fucking corners and shit. It's a wonder we lived. But I remember them pulling me through the city on a sled, and then they weren't going slow. Hell, maybe they were trying to kill us. I don't. Here, I'll show you how to get rid of these kids. They would be under the jail today if you did some shit like that, pulling your kid down the street on a sled. I don't know any cop in the world that would think that was cool. I had a German Shepherd. Big old dog. I forgot his name now. But I had a swing set out back. Sorry. I had a swing set out back, and that dog, he would just sit over there with me and freaking guard me. I couldn't have been, at this time I'm thinking about it, I couldn't have been but about 3 or 4 years old. I think I was 3. But I actually remember, everybody's like, oh, you don't remember that? I remember shit when I was 15 months old. When I had eye surgery, I remember. I was cross-eyed. When I was a kid, I was cross-eyed. And I'm bouncing off walls and shit. My mom's like, why does this kid keep running into walls? So they took my eyeball out, clipped a nerve, la la la. Now I got like a lazy eye because of it. But I was cross-eyed and running into walls and shit. And so the doctor told me basically I'm legally blind in my right eye. So that should make my artwork seem that much more special, that they say I'm legally blind, so to be able to do any kind of artwork, I guess I'll do it all right. I was like, no, I can see out of it. He goes, no, by medical terms, you're legally blind.
It's okay, thumbs up, medium dark skin tone.
But that's what caused it. You know, when they did that surgery, then they caused me to have a lazy eye. Everybody I know says, I never noticed it. I'm like, oh, bullshit, man, come on. But point I'm making, I actually remember, it was raining the night before my surgery. I can tell you it was raining outside. I remember the room layout. I could draw you a picture and tell you exactly how it was. You know, they're like, oh, you don't have a memory. I remember, I'm only 15 months older than my brother. I remember when I literally remember hearing their conversation when they were trying to figure out what to name my brother. He didn't have a name yet. I remember that. So I had to be 14, 15 months old. I mean, that's over a year, but you know what I mean, just barely over a year old. A year and a half, maybe. I remember that shit. That's what I was telling you. I've been a Pittsburgh Steelers fan since 1974. The same house. I remember watching the Pittsburgh Steelers. See, I'm from northern Indiana, up by Michigan, South Bend, up close, up near, not near, but up in the Chicago area, and of the USA, I mean. And so I grew up there, and Pittsburgh Steelers was always on TV up there, you know, because, you know, in different regions they'll have blackouts and shit, but you always saw the Steeler games where I was from. And they were the only team that was black and yellow. I'm talking about as a little kid. So I could recognize who they were by their uniforms easily. It wasn't confusing. And I just been a Pittsburgh Steelers fan for, I think, what did I say? 51 years? I've been a Pittsburgh Steelers fan for over 50 years. That's crazy. I should get season tickets, don't you think? No, this is no lie, I swear to God. When I went to kindergarten, my first day of school, my mama had crocheted me a Pittsburgh Steelers scarf. And my first day of school, I wore my Pittsburgh Steelers scarf. I was so proud of that shit. I thought I was the shit with my Pittsburgh Steelers crocheted scarf. So that's how long I've been a Steeler fan. But that's how I became a Steeler fan, because I could recognize their uniform. I remember a lot of stuff from when I was a kid. Couldn't tell you what I did 8 minutes ago, but I can tell you what I did when I was 2. I was outside wiping down a exercise bike, a treadmill. Now I got to wipe down a elliptical. I like my recumbent bike because you're sitting down and your legs are extended out in front of you instead of sitting on a bike seat. Because for a guy, a bike seat kind of sucks. The way they're shaped and the way you're shaped. It's like
Sunday Jess yellow heart folded hands, medium dark skin tone hands, medium dark skin tone bouquet.
Yeah, Jess is a sweet lady. She is. Been a friend a long time. Always sweet, always supportive of everybody, always promotes everyone. Always respectful. Yeah, she's a sweet lady. Love you too, Jess. But as you know, most folks come in here are, I mean, that's the kind of vibe we run around here.
Smiling face with smiling eyes, waving hand Oz.
I try to surround myself with salt of the earth people, you know. But at the end of the day, we're all just people, you know.
Okay, hello.
I'm being rude, huh? Hold on one second.
Happy
I'm rambling.
Smiling face with smiling eyes.
I'm a rambling man.
Red heart smiling face with open hands. Rose Jess. Cherry blossom blew out.
Love you too. Let me throw some hearts up there then.
Right facing fist, left facing fist.
I just dapped myself up. Self high five. I gave myself a self high five. Give yourself a self high five. You'll love it.
Cherry blossom.
High five me.
Oncoming fist.
Probably gotta eat a couple eggs here in a minute. I got a lot of work to do today. But I already did some work today. Shit.
Sword Beach.
Thanks, V-Woo.
Let's do this.
I streamed for 9.5 hours yesterday, probably 10 hours. Shaw said it was 12. But I left the stream up. I wanted to see what YouTube was going to do with the music situation. And there was only one song, Walking Backwards by Jamie Ray. And then that just meant it was blocked in like Russia or something. I don't give a shit about Russia. No offense, but I don't make content for Russia. You know what I mean? I don't consider gaming content anyway. No offense to anyone that does. It can be, but I don't consider my gaming content. I consider my art content. Where I've actually created something. You know? But I don't create content for Russia anyway, so who cares? Shit, when I build websites, I block most foreign countries from my website. Why? Because they can't hack my shit. If I don't do commerce with you, then I probably don't care if you come there or not. And it's not Jamie Ray, it's his production company or whatever that does it, but it's always Jamie Ray. And when you know what's funny, I get those little dealios that tell you different statistics. They're like, you're in the top 0.5% of Jamie Ray listeners. And then every video gets me blocked when I play his music. But I don't get a copyright strike. I get a copyright claim, which I don't care. If I use your music, shit, you should be able to claim it. It's your music. I don't care. Now, when I am monetized, when something like that happens, I just delete it. I could have been monetized 6 years ago if I wanted to, but I never kept my videos. I always just deleted them. Everybody's like, quit deleting your videos. I was like, live streams don't count, and then I saved one, and they actually do count. Because I was like, ain't nobody gonna go back and watch your old ass, boring ass live stream after the fact. So I was thinking it was a waste of time to keep them. Not that I want anybody to watch them back. There ain't shit to watch back, really. But I just thought that's how it worked. And I think at one time that is how it worked. I think at one time live streams didn't count towards watch hours. But somebody told me they did, so I saved one. I was like, all right, let me see. And I'd gotten like a couple hundred watch hours off of it or whatever. And I was like, oh, I guess they do count. I was like, well, shit, I'll upload them. I don't give a shit. Because nobody's going to go back and watch them back anyway. What's it matter, right? The one reason why I delete them is they're boring as shit. There ain't shit to watch back. You know what I mean? It'd be different if it was a video where I taught you something and you might want to come back and reference it, but who wants to watch back a guy drive a stupid tank around in circles? You know what I'm saying? I mean, a live stream, it's different. We're conversing and this and that and the other, but who's going to go back and watch your gaming stream? I don't know if I've ever done that in my life. Unless it was the one that I searched out because it taught me how to do something. You know, I had the same game. But other than that, I don't think I ever went back and watched somebody's. Well, I take that back. I've played them overnight, but I didn't actually watch them.
Shut up rolling on the floor laughing.
Alright, I'm shutting up. That's it. I ain't talking no more. I mean, if she looks hot, I might go back and watch her live stream back. I'm just being honest. But other than that, probably not. I watched this woman the other day. I don't know where she was from, but she had on these little short shorts and little tight tops.
Rolling on the floor laughing popcorn.
She had a hell of a body. I can't bullshit you. But she went to this park and she was acting like she was working out. She was over there twerking. She's bent over, touching her toes. It was soft porn. I like, look at her. You ain't done one set of nothing. I'd be cracking up. Then she gets on her little bicycle on the beach, on her little beach cruiser, and I was like, I watched the live stream though, I can't lie. But I was like, what's the point of this live stream? She was closed, but she knew what she was doing. She knew she like they said on Friday. She know Miss Parker. She know what she doing. She knew what she was doing. She never said not one word in the whole video. If any.
Floor laughing, rolling on the floor laughing, rolling on the floor laughing, rolling on the floor laughing.
If anyone had asked, I would have said I'm learning some exercise moves. I remember one time my girlfriend was like, "You looking at that girl?" I said, "Yeah." "Would you want me to get her phone number?" I said, "Will you?" She said, "That make it easy on me." I told her straight up. I said, just like I told my ex-wife. I told her straight up. I said, "Hey, might as well realize I'm going to look. I'm not going to be disrespectful. But if she's fine as fuck, I'll probably notice. I'm telling you, I'm a red-blooded man. I'm just telling you. Damn, Gina. And God knew what he was doing. That's why he did that. You know, God does have a sense of humor. So I was scrolling those live streams. You know how on here you can go live stream to live stream to live stream. That's how I've met some of the people like Stone Vape. Who else?
That Lex MEIT still working.
Maybe, I don't know.
Fisherman's Bay.
It ain't got no gas in it. We might need a battery charger and some gas. might need to let it charge up for a minute. It's been sitting for a while. I have to kick the tires and see if they... Nah. I didn't perv on her or nothing, but I can't lie. I checked her out. I didn't hit her up in her... I didn't slide in her DMs or anything, you know what I'm saying? I just recognized a pretty woman, that's all.
IT's gonna work over here.
Oh, yeah. You crack me up, V. You don't even have to try, you make me laugh. Oh shit, I'm getting my ass whooped. They shooting! Run! They shooting! Hit the dirt! Get the fuck out of here! Then I go down here and get my ass whooped. Good amount of term to get my ass whooped today, ain't I? I ain't like that tank anyway. You ever see somebody do something like that? Themselves all jacked up. I ain't like that bike anyway. Ain't nothing to do with the bike, dude.
Rolling on the floor laughing, rolling on the floor laughing, rolling on the floor laughing, rolling on the floor laughing. Hi everyone guys.
Hey Monta, how you doing? I can't lie to you though, I was happy when that lawnmower started up yesterday. I knew it would run, I drove it in there. But you know how that goes. You're trying to sell it to some guy, all of a sudden the stupid ass thing won't start and shit. So I was definitely happy when it cranked over and started up. Kind of validated what I was telling him.
Welcome back, Monta, smiling face with smiling eyes.
He got a good deal on a rider, but he sounded like a family man, said he had 3 boys, acre of land, he looked like a hard worker. So, it probably went to the right place.
Airfield.
But he came prepared, boy, because I told him what it needed. He came with a battery charger, he came with gas. I might start flipping shit. And in another situation, I probably could have got 3 times that out of it, but for a quick sale, it's whatever.
There shall be no withdrawal. No surrender.
Oh yeah, I need to take a picture of that and get that listed. A couple of things to do today. So it'll be interesting. I got a closet in there in my office, packed to the gills. I mean, it is packed. Like when I open it, stuff's gonna want to fall out. So it'll be interesting to see of all that stuff, how much of it I actually keep. Like what's really important. You know what I'm saying? Because like I went through like 20 boxes yesterday and only took out maybe 8, 10 items that I thought either I could sell or were worth salvaging anyway. There's a lot of stuff worth salvaging. Half that dumpster out there is good stuff, but I found a cool ass airsoft rifle in there yesterday. My son just threw away everything from his youth. I found certificates, awards, medals, all kind of shit. He just took it all and threw it in a dumpster. But you know, some really successful people are like that. You know, they get these little accolades or whatever, but they don't really mean shit to them. They're just on to the next thing. You guys know who David Scoggins is. He found that out about himself. He had won a triathlon or whatever, and he was leaving. And his buddy's like, "Hey man, let's go get your trophy." He's like, "I ain't worried about that trophy." For him, it wasn't really about the winning and all that shit. It was about pushing himself and challenging himself. And trophies didn't really mean shit to him. Plus, once you have a room full of trophies, what the hell, you know? What's one more damn trophy? But he said he found out about himself that it was more about the challenge and the process. And then once he did that, he was on wanting to do something else like that. And I never thought he and I had anything in common, but that little aspect right there, that's me. If I'm learning, still, like I said about wood burning, I still got 30-40% left to learn or whatever. If I'm still learning something, then I stay interested in it. You know, there's still a challenge, there's still something to know, there's still a reason to keep. So he had already won that little triathlon. He didn't even know they had a trophy. He's on to the next challenge. And I realized that I had some stuff in common with him in that aspect when it came to... For me, it's just all about the learning process. So that's why I did web design for over 20 years. There's always some new technology to learn, something new, something changed. So there's always a challenge. Same with art, you know. I've been doing art all my life, and I'm still, you know, in my opinion, just slightly better than average. I'm just like a slightly better than average artist, right? You know, I'm not even on the level that you would think I would be at this time. But for me, that's another thing about art. You know, there was always another technique to learn, always another challenge. So I stay in art because, you know, learning new stuff. Haven't reached the level that I know is possible. Because I've known some really good artists, you know, in my art classes, and so you know your level, you know what I mean, and but I think that's why I enjoyed art, because there was always, you know, raise the bar a little higher constantly, and still something to learn, and another medium to try, or another technique, or another whatever. So for me, I think it's just, you know, if I stay interested in something for a long time, it's because I'm learning. There's still something to achieve. So that's why he walked away and didn't really want his trophy. He'd already won. He achieved what he's trying to achieve. He was on to the next race or whatever. He's like, I don't need that trophy. But I saw that parallel with me on certain things. As long as I'm learning it, then I'll probably stay interested for a long time. That's just how I am. And I think we're all that way. You guys probably didn't recognize that about yourself until I said that. But that's what it is for me, the learning process. Just like I would say 99%, maybe 98% of all the artwork I've done on my channel, all the different projects, I had never done that before. I went and learned how to do it, and then I did it on Livestream in real time for the first time. So for me, it's all about that learning process of how do I learn how to do this, whatever it is, and then once I know how to do that, I'm going to try to learn something else. You know. When I started doing wood burning on YouTube, I'd only ever done 2 wood burnings in my life. And that one had been 7 years prior, and one had been 5 years prior. So there was like, you know, a 5-year gap where I hadn't even done any wood burning. You know, I had dabbled with it way back when, you know what I mean? But I was like, man, what kind of medium could I do on here that, you know, most people don't do and can't do? And I came up with my wood burning. So that's kind of a challenge. You got a whole other medium, you know, the wood, the whole extra steps that it takes to accomplish it. And so that's why I got into pyrography. The art of writing with fire. That's why I said that on my ha 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 rap. I said I'm not cold as ice, but I draw with fire. That's what I was saying. For me, it's like drawing with a marker. Once you get that temperature dialed in for that type of wood, because, you know, there's different kind of woods, different hardnesses. But once you get dialed in for that type, it's almost like doing a tattoo or using a marker. So, for me, I'm just freaking drawing, you know. Merrick will either get his sign tomorrow or Tuesday, so that'll be interesting. They always look alright on a video. They suck on a live stream camera for some reason. It just, well, mine's 4K. It's a 4K self-focusing. And I think the different colors of the browns. Hey Davis, how you doing? How's your day going, brother? I'm doing alright, man. Just a little chill before the grind, you know. Charging up the phone, charging up my speaker, charging up my computer. Get ready to do the damn thing.
Davis Doublefield, smiling face with smiling eyes.
So yeah, that's been one bonus for me on YouTube, you know, doing the print on demand for people and graphic design for people and stuff like that. You're in there and you're working and you come across certain problems along the way that you got to figure out how to accomplish that. And so by doing that on here, as far as Photoshop goes and shit, I probably know I probably know 30% more than I knew before I started doing stuff for people on YouTube. That's quite a bit, you know. Like there's some techniques that I always knew how to do. It might take me an hour, but I could do it. Some of those things I know how to do in like 2 minutes now. Just from going and teaching myself new techniques and new approaches. If you guys know who Charlie Pangus is,
125 roving high.
I've learned a lot of stuff from Charlie Pangus. He's a self-taught graphic designer, but that dude's a master, period. So a lot of the stuff that I know how to do, I learned that shit from him. Like I learned from the dudes that they don't have to say shit. I can look at their work and know that, yeah, I'll listen to this guy. You want my attention, bro? You got it. See ya. You don't want this, bro. Look up. Hey, gone. Where's your buddy at? Let's get it. What's up? Let's go then. What y'all want to do? Who else wants some of Debo? Look out there. I get up in your feelings like Prozac, motherfucker. Let's go. Y'all don't want to see me? Who else wants some of Debo? Put me up there. I was slapping them like they stole something. Talking shit, but I was whooping their ass.
Who wants some of Debo shit? Thank I'm lying rolling on the floor laughing.
How to represent Davis. You know how that is. How to let them know. Us old age gamers. They say we don't have reflexes. They say we don't have reflexes. And I'll reflex the shit out your ass. I'm talking shit. I was stealing everybody's kills, but whatever. I chose that tank for a reason. You know, that's my go-to. I call it Debo. Because I can Debo them in this one and this one. Thank you to all that served. And we will never forget. We're out here making them respect their elders. That's like Shaquille O'Neal's mom when Shaq became a doctor, got his doctorate. She says, shit, I'm going to school because I know you ain't smarter than me. And now she's a doctor as well, I believe, if I'm not lying to you. She's like, shit, I'm smarter than you. If you a doctor, then fuck, I gotta be. So she went to school, and I believe she got her doctorate.
Berlin.
I study millionaires, even though I'm not one, believe it or not, and I learn stuff from them. It'll be interesting to see what I do in the coming months. That was a good idea you came up with yesterday, V, about Mike Manic and concert t-shirts and yeah, even if I only did 6 of them, shit. Well, I'll still have my equipment. I'll take it with me. I'll be able to still do things. I have ways to make money. I mean, multiple ways. I don't make a lot at a time, but got my fingers in some cookie jars. Got to start somewhere, right? What Drake say? Started from the bottom, now we're here. So we're starting from the bottom, but we'll be here soon.
Grinning face with sweat GG.
Yeah, it was luck. It was stealing everybody's kills. I'm a better aim than you, boy. Keep playing. Yeah, he's gonna be stuck in a minute. Bitch ass. Keep playing. What'd I say? I appreciate that. It's gonna be a long road. Can't lie, I'm scared. But I'm just gonna try to harness that fear. Let that propel me forward. I am scared, it's a whole different thing. But never know, man. They say the necessity is the mother of all invention, so maybe necessity is what I needed the whole time, you know. And we'll see. I ain't never been stupid, and I've always had talent, so... Well, maybe I have been stupid a time or two, but... but for the most part... And I still... That's what I'm saying. I can go anywhere and do what I do.
Old school beatings, grinning face with sweat.
Yeah.
You're gonna be okay, thumbs up. Medium dark skin tone.
Yeah, it's just all scary territory. And plus, if you put it with trying to overcome the mental strain of all of that, it's a challenge, but getting better every day. Just never thought I'd be starting over at this age. I thought I had all that shit behind me and sewed up. I was Gucci. You thought you was Gucci, alright. Factor that factor, but whatever. But did me a favor in the long run, promise you. So, let's go. Go then. 3 of you, let's get it. Who you playing with? What's up, punk? You're next. I'll drive right through him and through you. What do you want to do? I'll trade with you, let's go. Better back up. I'm pushing another tank too. I had another tank between us, no wonder I wasn't hitting him very well. Nah, that's your ass, boy. What'd I say? Get out of here. Go play with somebody else. I see you over there, you're next. I'm Mr. F4. Got the cheat code? Well, if you're the cheat code, what's that make me? Because I'm about to come whip your ass. Quit playing. Oh, it'll go through. See, he can't use his front gun. He only has one gun, I have 2. So if I stay pinned to his side, artillery's probably hating me right now because I'm pushing him around. That's my kill, bro. I don't care what you say, it's gonna be my kill. Take it personal. Big ass. Get out of my face. Let's go. Who else wants some of Devo? That's why I like that tank. If I want to get up close and personal, I can. 13 kills in multi. We were over in the mines, and I know how to get that little bitty village there of stone buildings. I come around one of those little stone buildings. I thought there was one light tank over there. I come around the corner, and I was in the middle of like the whole team. So I just started sorting them out one by one. What do? You're right in the middle of it. And we prevailed, so. That was before the nerf, too. This tank used to be about... But I still know its limitations of what I can withstand and what I can't. So I know when to back up. I do die in it, but not very often. Sometimes they get to drop on me or I do something stupid. But other than that, usually its armor stands up to it. That's why I'm spamming it, because I love my tank. I like it because you're basically the enforcer for your team. You're the heavyweight, you're the anchor. And so sometimes I use it to lead the pack, and then other times I'll hang back and let them fight. And then when they least expect it, I come around the corner and they're like, oh shit, because I haven't taken any damage and I'm in an F4. So if I see my team having trouble with a particular tank, I'll go, that's where I'll go.
Let's get this show on the road.
So I use it a couple type of ways, hanging back, or like here in a second, I might go down a road and they're all sitting there fighting them all. I'll just freaking drive down the road and start sorting people out. And then they'll follow me because somebody took the lead. So I use it like that sometimes. It just depends on how you want to. Pretty versatile tank. Or you can hang back and just be a sniper and hit them with double guns. Or if you just want to go up and brawl, punch for punch, it'll do that. So it's one of my favorite tanks for sure. It can stand up to it. So that's kind of fighter I am in real life. I'll freaking stand toe to toe with you and we'll fucking throw blows and we'll see who's standing with us. Like I ain't worried about all the other happy horse shit. Let's just start banging. So this tank lets me do that, and so that's why I love it. Always been that way. Throw them hands and see where the dust settles. I mean, it is what it is. You can look at me and tell I ain't afraid of a punch. Yep, better leave that motherfucker alone. He looks like he's been punched a few times. It's all good, I appreciate you. situation like this where a guy's trying to be a tough guy. I like this coming. Nice. Come up here and try that with me, boy. Bring your buddy with you. I dare you. You ain't said shit. What? I'll come down there and kick your ass and this. What? What do you want to do? Who are you playing with? Let's go. All y'all. All y'all can get it. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Where are you going? Pew, pew, pew. We're playing. Man, you ain't shit. Get out of my face, punk. What you want to do? What? Who you playing with? You and your little B2 or B1, whatever it is. Now what? Now you in trouble. He's in trouble now. He's in trouble now. Let's go. I don't need no teammate. I'll fight you by my damn. What? You're next, fuck. Now what? Who is you playing with? No, ain't no running, bitch. Don't run now. Why did it look like artillery was trying to shoot me? That's our artillery. Don't worry about that damn flag. Who else? Where are you at? Let's go. Keep playing. I don't know what my teammates are doing, but right on. Keep playing.
All the tanks are almost indistinguishable. How much blocking?
Let's go. What's up? Who y'all playing with out here? Let's go! So now you know why I like the F4. We can battle, we can brawl, let's go. I love it. It fits right in with my style. You saw me right up in the middle of them. What y'all want to do? You better hope you got something. Like I said, I know the limits of my tank, so even though I'm getting tagged, it doesn't make me nervous or nothing because I know what my tank can withstand. So I just focus on what I'm doing, not that. Because you know how it is. Sometimes you're getting tore up from the floor up from 5 different angles. It can make you a little stressed. This tank, I'm just like, I kind of figure out where the worst hits are coming from, and I'll try to face that way, right? Because my tank's the strongest in the front. So wherever I'm getting hit the hardest, I try to at least position my tank. So I'm doing defense while I'm doing offense too. So I'll try to position my tank right they're not hitting me in my side, if I can help it, or the rear. And so as long as you are aware of your surroundings and what your tank is. I blocked 10,000 in a tank that has 790 hit points. So we blocked 10,000. That's why I say we can do that. Who else wants some of Debo? They're bots, but still, it shows what it's capable of. I've done almost twice that well in multiplayer one time. No, I was stealing kills. Not stealing them, but, you know, they'd already worn them down. They'd already worn them down. I come around the corner, pop, you know, one shot them. Or, yeah, 13 kills in multi. I got a screenshot of it. That was before the nerf, though. It's a little weaker now than it was then. But still, if you know how to position your tank, and that's why I say a lot of times to these guys, I'm like, I'm a better driver than you, boy. I'm paying attention to what's going on. I'm just talking some shit, but block 10,000 damage, you can talk a little shit, you know. It only has 790 hit points, so to block 10,000, that's crazy. But that's why I like my F4. Lets me do some things you can't get away with in other tanks. It's a French super heavy. I also have the F1. Shit, you ought to see the armor on the F1. Check out this armor if you haven't seen it. It's the same way. As long as you don't sit there and let them whip your ass. If you try to stay frontal to them like that and fight them, man, they're gonna have a hard time doing much to you. Your weakest spot is like the rear of this rear cupola up top. But I mean, even your on your tracks, you got like 160, 150 millimeter, 160 millimeter armor. You know, they always think that they're going to go get the rear of your tank. Well, on this one, you have like 200 millimeter rear armor on at least part of it. So that cheat code isn't necessarily as easy on this tank as some others might be. You know, getting behind it. So yeah, if you just keep,
that's crazy.
Yeah, if you keep your tank positioned properly during the fight, your tracks are really their only hope. And 9 times out of 10, if they disable you, well, you're shooting 2 big ass guns at them at the same time. So we'll take it out. But yeah, that armor, you know, so if you're facing him like this and fighting him, he's not gonna be doing a whole lot to you. And even the side armor is not bad. I mean, and even the rear, 100 millimeter. Well, put it this way, the tank that I was just driving, the side armor is 100 millimeter. So your rear armor is 100 millimeter on this one. And then that 200 millimeter strip. So even if they come up behind you and think that that's the cheat code, they might be in trouble by the time you turn your guns around on them. So yeah, it's got killer armor. It's just slow as heck. But they all have some type of trade-off, right?
Is the T5? I've got a T5 like the French, I think.
It might be. It's a French, super heavy. It's a big ass tank. If you look at the guy compared to it, he's barely as tall as the tracks. He's not as tall as the tracks. So if he's 6 foot, which he looks to be about 5'10", but if he's 6 foot, then that's one big ass tank. Like driving a damn battleship. That's what I call it, the battleship. But yeah, I love my French Super Heavies. They afford me the armor that I can usually get myself out of trouble. And I hate a tank that gets one-shotted or whatever. There's been times, no bullshit, in the F4 that it's come down to me and 6 or 7, and I've beaten them. There's no lie here, too. V probably saw it. I've actually, in the F4, ran out of ammo and beat 2 tanks by just ramming them and won the damn battle. Chased one tank all around a battlefield and didn't have any ammo, but all he did was run from me the whole time. So I eventually went and took his flag, and he was scared to come over there because he thought he was going to get his ass whooped. And I captured his flag and beat him that way. I had no ammo. He was pissing me smooth off because he made me chase him all around the map for like 10 minutes. I was getting pissed because all he was doing was running. He wasn't even shooting me. So I eventually just took his flag and beat him that way. Didn't even have ammo. So because that armor's so well, you can get away with things like that you can't on some other tank. You know, I got that spall liner on there too, so my ramming's increased by what, 40% or something like that? 50%, 40%? So if I'm ramming tanks, most tanks, it's going to hurt them more than it's going to hurt me. It's a super heavy tank with excellent armor. Then you put that excellent spall liner on there. It gives you that 40% or 50%, whatever it is, increase. And yeah, you can just ram into folks and do damage. If a tank's real tough and my bullets aren't doing anything to him, I might ram into him with that. And 9 times out of 10, it'll knock them down just a little bit. And then, as you know, once you weaken their armor a little bit, it's easier to knock them down later. But sometimes in that tank, I'll just ram right into them. Because I know it's going to do more damage to them than it will me, so 99% of the time. I love the F4. I grinded to get that mofo because I faced one in battle and realized I wasn't doing shit to him. I said, alright, I'm going to be getting one of those. I shot the dude 99 times and didn't do not one hit point. Yep, I'm getting me one. You already know. Oh, shooting up in the air. That was weird. In one view, it looked like I was hitting him. In another view, I'm aiming in the air. Same with the Baglet Panzer. We heard that thing out here doing work. Pat, 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 pat. I said, what is that? I drove all the way across the battlefield to find that thing. I said, alright, I'm getting one of those. And I did. What is it, the M6 heavy tank? Same thing. I was in battle. I watched 3 or 4 tanks tagging off on him, and he was just sitting there just trading punches with them like nothing ever happened. Had to get one of those, so I did. A few tanks like that. Oh, the Night Stalker. Got my ass whooped by a Night Stalker one day. I was like, alright, I'll have one of those. Because they're showing me the cheat codes, what tanks to get. Same with the B2. B2's pretty damn tough as well. The person knows how to drive it. Didn't do too well there, but I wanted to drive it, so I did.
Hello and V waving hand.
How's it going, brother? Hope you're good. Woo woo! The B2, German B2. I call it the Tiger, just because I have some Tiger decals on it. That's the B2. This is the one I used to use the most before my F4, before I got my F4, because its armor is pretty good too. Not as good, but it's pretty good.
Chaos, take care later, gonna eat. Cowboys on in 40.
Alright, brother, be well. Enjoy the rest of your day. Appreciate you swinging through. Enjoy chatting with you. Can't even see dude and I'm hitting him. Got a buddy over there too if I hit him. Hey V, if I haven't told you today,
trophy.
How you been, Daryl?
Let's go. We're not getting paid by the hour.
Dealing with thunderstorms lately, but nice right now.
Enemy armor is hit.
We got third. It's all good. Hell yeah. Alright, I'll catch you guys on the other side. Alright, y'all. I'm out of here. I appreciate you hanging out with me. Appreciate your time, support. It's all love and respect. Just have some stuff I gotta do, so I'm out of here. Y'all have a great day. I'll be live on the other side if you're bored. Later, MV. Peace.
Love and respect Oz and MVP's yellow heart folded hands, medium dark skin tone heart hands, medium dark skin tone.
Appreciate you. Have to do stuff I don't want to do. But alright, love and respect, y'all. Big hugs.